have Tremaine's practice status today, Coach?
Yeah, so Tremaine will not practice. Remains day to day. Don't know. He's still in that COVID process at this point. So. It seems to be all right. I mean, that's the best I could tell you. I don't see him, so. Yeah, good football team. Talent across the roster, all three phases. They play well, play fast on special teams. Well coached offensively. What they do offensively, with a good quarterback, and Frank's had a few of them there with going back to Luck and then Phillips last year, now Carson. So always seems to have a good quarterback in his system, and they execute at a high level. And the running game is I think tops in the NFL also. So, but then they have skill at the tight end and receiver position, the backside of the backfield. Defensively, again, well coached. And I mean, they do a great job taking the ball away, changing up their schemes. So they're a real good football team.
What makes Jonathan Taylor so
I mean, if you could kind of build them all back that way, I mean, he's got size, power, vision, balance, home run speed. You don't always it's hard to find that all those traits in one back. And he's got them all.
Sean, given how well your secondary has played since you've been here, you've always been good at defending the pass. Is it more of a challenge for your defense to compare against a team like this, like a Derrick Henry or a Jonathan Taylor, a good running team with a really good offensive line?
Yeah, I mean, good players, good systems, hard to prepare for. Generally speaking, this one is the same, like you mentioned, just with how lethal they are in the run game. And so, we've got to play with good integrity on defense, good discipline on defense, doing our jobs, executing at a high level. Yeah, I mean they've been together a few years now, and I know Fisher's new this season, so but we faced him in Kansas City, another high level player, and they play well. Experienced, they seem like they communicate well also, and so they're good across the board.
What's the biggest difference between when you played Philip Rivers' offense in January? What's the biggest difference with the way that's been running with Carson now?
I think you see some differences. It remains Frank's system though, and what he's been around and what he's done, and it's given us quite a bit of trouble, to be honest with you, over the last few years. So, it'll be a big challenge for us.
When a quarterback switches teams like Carson did, obviously with the Eagles a couple years ago, can you still take some tendencies that he had when he was in Philadelphia and you faced him? Even though, does it translate at all to Indy now?
I would say in some ways, in terms of the player and everything, maybe not in all ways, but in some. He's a good football player. He's a first-round pick for a reason, and he's had a lot of success in this league.
They blocked the punt last week, Coach.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know what happened week 1 here, but is it knowing those two things that they might want to come after? How important is it to pay attention to details on special teams like that?
Huge. Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Like I said, they're good in all three phases. They're a well-balanced team, so. When you can block a punt, it usually means something good's happening for your team overall, change of field position in particular. And so, we've got to make sure we've got that detailed up this week.
While their secondary has been banged up, they are very good at taking the ball away.
Yeah.
I mean, they're second in the league behind you guys. What makes them so good at forcing those turnovers?
Well, I think they play with a lot of vision on the quarterback, and it seems like they do some things at a high level. It all starts with the players. They've got skilled players, and they've got good coaches that develop the players. So they got a good thing going.
Sean, what specifically do you make of the bond that Stephon and Josh have established for themselves? I mean, you look at that SI Kids cover genuine friendship that those two have.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they have a mutual respect for one another, which is the start of all good relationships, and they both play at a high level, and they challenge one another all the while, week to week, to take their game to another level. So I think that bond and that chemistry is important for our entire football team.
Steph's talked about how when he sees Josh searching for something, that he will calm him by saying, just remember, it's just like playing catch in the backyard.
Yeah, no, that's what we all have to do. I mean, the mental part of this game is real, and it's trying to stay on track and trying to stay on track, and we need each other. That's that's an important part of all this that goes into the team.
Obviously, you want your team to be physical every week, but based off some of the things you all showed already with the Colts demeanor, is that a bigger point of emphasis this week, just the physicality?
We emphasize it week to week. Listen, this is a physical game, and you've got to play a physical style of football. They do. I can tell you that much. They do, and they move people up front on both sides of the ball. They're physical across the board, and that'll be a part of the challenge for us, quite honestly.
Carson is known to when the play breaks down, he goes off script. Is there something? How can you prepare for a quarterback that at times plays almost like a backyard style of game when the play breaks down?
Yeah, he's mobile. I mean, he's athletic, smart. He extends plays, like you mentioned, and that also creates a headache or another challenge for the defense. So it's another thing we got to work on this week.
Sean, after the game, Matt and Josh both talked about Breida and Josh both talked about being on the same page with the touchdown pass, read the defense properly. When you have a quarterback that improvises so well and a veteran group of receiver, if you can add in a running back like Matt that can have a good handle on how to read defenses in the pass games, how valuable is skill to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think all our backs do a good job with that. Matt showed it last week, but all of our players do a pretty good job with that. And as was mentioned with Carson, it's important. I think Pittman does a great job with that also for them down the field. He's made some big plays for them, in particular on some third down, 2-minute situations, fourth down situations down the field. So it's important that we can defend that, but also then we can try and do that on our side also.
This is the last game that John Feliciano has to miss. How's he coming along? Is he kind of on track to return?
Yeah, he's moving in the right direction. We'll just see where it goes as we look ahead here, Josh. So we'll just take it 1 week at a time.
Sean, without much notice on Sunday, Harrison Phillips had to step into a pretty big role as a run defender.
Yeah.
He came out in spots this season as a run defender.
No, yeah, I thought he's been very consistent for us. He uses his hands well. He's one of the kind of glue guys to our team that doesn't get mentioned a lot, and we've got many of them that kind of lurk below the surface a little bit there in terms of notoriety, I guess, and we value that.
How are you speaking with him this week if he has to step into a pretty big role in that start?
Comfortable, yeah, comfortable. A lot of confidence in him, and a lot of confidence in the guys around him at the same time. Yeah. So, all right, thanks.
Thank you.